Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tim, this is Tim the Trailman, and today we're exploring the famous Windrock Park in Oliver Springs, Tennessee. We're going to be here for about a half a day, so we're not going to see all the park. It is a massive park, the largest in the southeast. I think it's over 70,000 acres. So you can do some camping here in the tent area. They've got cabins. You can bring a fifth wheel. You can do side-by-sides. We're going to be exploring the milder side of the park. So we're just kind of running what would be considered the Forest Service roads maybe, and exploring that. There's definitely anything from mild to wild. And so with side-by-sides, dirt bikes, off-road vehicles, Jeeps, rock crawlers, anything like that, you definitely come out here and enjoy the park. Let's get over to the general store, air down, and then we're gonna hit the trails. All right, so we just pulled up to the general store. You can register online or here at the store using their computers. Either way, you're gonna have to go inside and pick up the permit. For a single adult, for a full-size vehicle, it's about $33 a day, or you can pay for an annual pass that's just over $130. So we're gonna finish airing down all 4 tires and then we're gonna hit the trails. Okay, so exiting the general store's parking lot, you're going to make a right and then head up to this guard check. This guard is going to ask you if you have any alcohol beverages. They are strictly prohibited inside the park. He'll ask to see your cooler if you would like, but he did not check any of our coolers. He believed in a larger group that most of the time people do not have alcohol with them. So you can drink alcohol while you're camping, but not while you're riding. Hey everyone, we just made it to the train. I think it's technically outside of Windrock Park, so we took G5 and G6 to get over to here. And so there is some asphalt at the end of G6 that you have to drive over to. And then there's this cool like mining refinery area that we have to park at, so the gates or barricades are up and you can't no longer drive over here to the train. But it's less than a half-mile walk. You can park up there and then take the gravel road down and park. So I don't know what the purpose of this train is, what it used to run or not, but it's one of the well-known areas of Windrock Park that you're definitely going to want to visit. And everything so far has been two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive-ish on the trails. And so I would definitely hit the train when you're at Windrock Park, and no matter what type of vehicle you're at, you can achieve that goal of seeing it. Okay, so be sure to stay till the end, but here is the soupy part that gets us all messed up as a group. Justin's already made it through in his Rubicon 4xe. He's double locked with 37s, and so he was just able to floor it. This is, I believe, a Sahara that's on 33s with all-terrain tires with low tread, and she's doing a fantastic job. But Windrock Park got the most rain that they've ever seen, according to one of the clerks at the store. So this part has just gotten super soupy. It's on a huge off-camber situation where it's just ultra muddy, and she is struggling, but she's doing everything she can, and she ultimately gets stuck where we're just going to need a wincher. There's a huge hole there to the left that you can't see from this dash camera of mine, but ultimately winching her out was going to be the best thing. We couldn't get the Jeep to stick to the high line. All right, so now we're going to take a look at what I had to do from the dash camera and from a point of view from Mary filming as well, and you'll see where the carnage happens and then the aftermath. So let's see what I do. Okay, so I've already tried it once going to the high line and it pushed me over to the left. This is your first look at seeing all that soupy mess that Jeep just went through and that Justin plowed through with his. So I'm giving it all I got. I'm in 4 low with the rear locker on and I'm going. And I'm just thinking I'm going to make it through. And then boom, hit the wall, smash the fender. The fender gets pushed behind the door and I'm stuck. And at this point, the dash is lighting up like a Christmas tree and the 4Runner stand is overheated. I made a vital mistake of letting my 4Runner idle the entire time that we were helping out that other Jeep get through this soupy mess. So they were like, back it up. I said, no, I'm shutting it off. The 4Runner's overheating, which it could have been all the lights in the grill. It could have been all the mud we've been running all day, but who knows? But I know letting it idle there for probably 30 to 40 minutes while helping out the other Jeep was not the right move, and I know better for next time. So by this point, I'm just radioing for help. I'm stuck up against the wall and I cannot get out of the 4Runner unless I climb out the window, NASCAR style, or over the console. But at this point, I just think that I can't open the door because I'm against the wall. So we regroup, we get Justin's Jeep, and we start pulling winch to save Roxanne. Once the winch is hooked up, I go ahead and start the 4Runner up to give some assistance with just a little idle and a little gas to get out of the hole. And that's when we get out of the hole, I realize that I can't open the door and need to assess the situation. So let's take a look at it from the outside and see what happens.
So where did you go? Everywhere?
He came right up through here.
What time it comes back?
Yeah, we're good now.
It'll be good about there. I floored it.
I should probably get out of the way though.
Back up. No passenger. Got it, driver. All right, ho. No passenger. Stop. We can go up the hill.
What's that spot? You can't get over that.
Okay, so let's recap. That dent there right behind the headlight led to the fender being shoved behind the door here. There should be a gap there between the fender and the door. So now I still couldn't open up the door. So I had to climb out NASCAR style, like I said, and then we removed the fender flare to assess the situation. We were able to unbolt a lot of the fender from the outside, but we needed to get that door open. So we pulled on as hard as we could to get away from the door, opened up the door, and then released it from the inside where there are some bolts. So the goal now is, hey, let's cut the bottom half of that fender off, then re-secure it with the bolt that's in the top in between the door and the fender. So that way it can ride. The wheel liner is going to stay in there, but we want to cut high enough where the door can open for the rest of the trip. Remember, I'm about 3.5 hours away from home. I'm in Oliver Springs, Tennessee at Windrock Park. I need to make it home to Atlanta. This is a Sunday afternoon and it's getting late. So Justin had tools with him. He had the 10 snips with him and really saved my day there having those tools available. I would have never thought that I needed 10 snips in a recovery kit. Let me know if you'd have done anything differently in this situation where your door wouldn't open. My goal was to save the door, save the hood. The fender was screwed. I needed a new one anyways, but if I could minimize repairs to other panels, then that was going to save me money long term, and it was going to get me home without having to climb in and out of the window every time. So we're just going to finish cutting it up here, rip that off, and then we're going to continue wheeling up to what I consider top of the world for Windrock Park. So let's button this up, get on the trail, and for the rest of the day, the engine did not overheat. I monitored it, kept an eye on it, and the smoke you saw from when I got stuck was from the tires spinning on a rock that was in the mud. It was not the coolant purging or leaking out anywhere. So I was really thankful that though the 4Runner overheated, it did well the rest of the ride home, and it never gave me a problem after this situation here.